Alright, welcome back to some more Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. I just saved the game again after depositing everything, and I grabbed that just in case, and grabbed a few, and I grabbed another Oran Berry just in case, so yeah, that way don't have to worry about anything. So, are my moves, like, I'm guessing since I'm here, yeah, my moves are back to full, so let's go. Are you ready to go on ahead? Yeah. My nose is running for some reason. You suck. Quit using pound! There, okay. Let's try this way. Also, I heard Pokemon can evolve in dungeons after your partner faints or whatever, making it that much harder, so isn't that funny? All power. Stupid freaking orb. Okay. Hey, Luke, the way seems a bit brighter up ahead. Let's push on, okay? Sounds good to me. Ah, that's... Ooh, there's Scraggy. Scraggy! We finally found him! Luke, let's catch up to him and see what he has to say. Oh, someone's coming! That can't be. What? You want us to hide? Whoa! What's the big idea, Luke? Huh? And now you want me to whisper? Okay, fine, I'll whisper. Seriously, what's going on? Dum dum da! What? That's Gurdurr! Why is Gurdurr here? Sorry for the wait. Took you long enough. I want to get down to business, yo. Don't be like that. I've got to be careful to make sure I'm not followed either. It takes a lot of work to keep up this kind of scam, you know? You haven't lost your touch, though, huh? Still quite the skillful little thief, huh? So, where's the cash? Yeah, I've got what I promised you. Getting a little greedy, huh? Oof, who are you calling greedy? Those blue gems will pay you back big time if you sell them in the West. Compared to that, the Pokemoney you pay me. Like a drop in a bucket, eh? Well, that's true enough. Of course, I could just go into Stony Cave myself and get some. But, well, it does get pretty dicey in there. Having you lend your particular expertise to that problem is just plain expedient. Ain't no other way about it. I'm gonna have those two fools bring me some more gems. I'll be counting on the usual amount when they do. What? You gonna have them get even more? Those little losers! That's right. After all, they're still dumb enough to believe I'll build them a house! Ha 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 ha! Idiots! At this rate, I'll be able to send them after more gems for the rest of their lives! Ha 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 ha! You serious? Dude, you're cold! It's their dream to build their own home, ain't it? they're gonna keep believing in that dream and just keep bringing you gems forever? Never knowing it won't come true? Man, I think I could cry! Ain't you got a heart left? You want me to cry? Over something like that? Dang, man, Scraggy the Thief is even, sad about that, yet Girder here is just a freaking... Since it's an E game, I'll say jerk, but... Yeah. Ha! You, the great Scraggy who pulls off way meaner schemes in the West! Well, you ain't wrong there. You sneaky little... What? You two? We followed Scraggy here! Girder! Quite the convincing act you had us falling for, huh? Humph. Anyone who expects honesty in this world is a fool! That's what you get for trusting me. Dream big, and you lose big. It's your own fault for getting tricked. You were tailing me? You mean you actually saw through my mad skills? I'm impressed, losers. But, what you think you're gonna do now? You wanna fight? With the two of us? I'm warning you now. I've been tussling on the wrong side of the route my whole life. The battles I've lived through, well, little squirts like you couldn't even imagine. It'd be best for you to just toddle off home to your mamas, you hear? No way! Bring it! My. And even after I went to the trouble of warning you losers. You don't have a bit of sense between the two of you, do you? Fine then. Why don't we just show you? We'll show you what a big mistake you're making. Let's roll! I'm gonna die. Oh yeah, this is cheap. Cheap, but effective. Too bad he's using Assurance and not Water Gun. Water Gun would be quite helpful, Oshawott. I can't. Oh, there. Moves. Stop using that move because it's not going to be effective against a fighting type. And start using other moves, please. As I try to do stuff. Thank you! See? Much more effective than Assurance. Yeah, much more effective. Come on. Yeah! He's screwed now. That's how OP Pikachu is. Ouch! You
gonna lose here! I'm not gonna lose to you fools! Girder! Come on!
Boss, please, just stop.
What?
Boss, we're begging you. Please, stop doing these things.
You two. Why are you? You didn't. You wouldn't. So, you two are the ones who sold me out! The backstabbers appear at last! It was your meddling! Grah! Girder!
Yeah!
Boss!
Please, let this be the last time you do this kind of thing, okay?
What?
We don't want to do this anymore. We never work. All we do is bad stuff. We don't want to watch any more of this. You never used to be like this, boss. You were nice, and you loved your work. You're not. Well, you're not the boss we knew. Not anymore.
What? You little... You think you can defy me, huh?
We don't want to do bad things anymore, boss. Please, boss. We're begging you. Can't we just do honest work together like we used to? Can't you just have fun working with us again?
Work like we used to. You guys ought to know better than anyone. There's no way that can happen! Grah! Girder!
What? What are you doing?
It's time you guys learned already. You can't just go back to the way things used to be.
Jeez. Ow. Are you guys okay? It seems like there's more to this story than we've heard. Tell us what happened. Yes. You see, our boss, he used to be a great carpenter. Really. Everyone loved his work back then. We were in awe of his skill, and that's why we wanted to work with him. Being his apprentices was really fun back then. But then, the boss got injured one day. Was that the scar on his back? After he injured his back, he couldn't move the way he used to. His body just wouldn't listen, so he couldn't build the way he used to either. And because of that, he couldn't practice his building skills, so they went downhill. But even then, even without his old skills, the boss kept doing the best he could. You know, he still had his pride in work. But then, it happened. What happened? A certain Pokemon asked us to build him a house. Work had become pretty scarce by that time. We were so happy, all three of us. We poured our hearts into that house. We used up every last drop of energy we had to build it. And that Pokemon, he started by bashing the quality of our work. And then, he destroyed the house. Right before our eyes. What? At first, we thought he had torn it down because our work wasn't good enough. If that were really the reason, well, I guess we would have had to deal with it. But that wasn't the reason. From the very start, he was just toying with us. Toying with you? He had us build that house with every intention of tearing it down afterward. Planning from the start to complain about the work as an excuse not to pay us. That Pokemon called the boss's house a piece of garbage! Can you imagine? And smashed it over and over until there was truly nothing but garbage left. See? This is what I'm talking about. This is what I was talking about in a description that I had in a previous video, like a couple videos back or something. The story in this game, it's not such a light-hearted story. Like, there's not, like, a repeat sort of thing. It seems like there's usually a different story. It starts out the same, but there's a story that actually unfolds that's completely different. And it's not all happy and all that like a regular Pokemon game where you're trying to beat a team and then become champion. It's got sad parts in it and stuff. The boss had no confidence in himself. After that day, he gave in to his despair and stopped working at all. And eventually, he started cheating other Pokemon, like you. What a horrible story. But you said that Pokemon was just toying with you, right? He was planning to tear down the house from the start. So that means it didn't have anything to do with how good or bad your work was. Girder shouldn't have given up faith in himself because of that. We tried saying that too, but the boss just wouldn't listen to a word we said. In the end, he's the one who left the loss of his skill the most. Who felt the loss of his skill the most. And that house, he tried so hard to do a perfect job. And then it all got torn down in front of his face. I don't think it's any surprise he gave up after seeing that. But still, that doesn't mean he should become a criminal. We don't want the boss to keep doing these bad things. We thought maybe we could change things this time. That's why we tried telling you about Scraggy, Luke. But in the end, the boss isn't going to change, is he? We just want to work together with the boss again. We want him to go back to being the same old boss who loved what he did. You know what I'm thinking, Luke? Of course. It's settled then. Our house is definitely going to be built by Girder. What? What? Even after he's been so terrible to you? Why would you even? We've decided. We don't want anyone else to build it. Girder's our guy. I want to see the house you two and Girder will build together. A house with all your heart and soul poured into it. Girder headed farther in this way. Let's go after him and ask him to help us. Even if he says no, we're gonna keep on asking him till he agrees. Wah! Wah! Thank you! Thanks, you guys! Wah! let's all go together. Let's go see Girder together. Would you like to save your adventure? Yeah, sure. Actually, this video is going to be cut short because it's 5:23 and I'm going to try to do one more video and then save right outside my house, so then I can do some exploring myself. Not evolving, but exploring myself. So, yeah, I'll be right. I'll be back in this screen in the next video, but hope you all enjoyed. And yeah, I'll catch you all next time. Have a great day.